Hello and welcome to the TTI Distribution Download, the podcast where we talk about all things happening in the world of electronic components with the specialists of TTI.
Hi everybody and welcome to episode 2 in our series of podcasts with TTI and Harwin. Joining me again today is Jessica Knight, VP of Sales for North America. Hi Jessica.
Hi John, thanks for having me back.
So this one, we're going to really start looking at one of the particular favorites of mine as far as the product series goes, and that's the board-to-board interconnect product range, or better known as BBI. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so BBI, again, is our board-to-board connector range that is robust, high quality, and very durable, designed for industrial levels of shock and vibration, really there to address the needs for acute space constraints and ease of integration.
Thanks very much, Jessica. That's a great way of introducing it. Now, I know that you, Harwin, have specifically got into this market because they're seeing a big uptick in the demand for this type of a product. Why don't you give us a little bit of an overview of that?
That's right. So board-to-board interconnect, what we refer to as our BBI products, is critical to a growing number of applications. Industry analysis has shown that the board-to-board market is currently valued at $10.9 billion US dollars, and it's set to reach $15 billion by 2032. So because of this, we understand there's a demand there, and really we release products and develop products based on market demand and direct customer feedback.
And I know we're wrapping it all up under the sort of headline of BBI, but why don't you sort of look at that a little bit deeper for us and define what does Harwin truly mean by BBI?
So products that connect PCBs together and transmit signals, data, and power between them without the need for a cable. And Harwin offers board stack connectors, mezzanine connectors, board-to-board edge connectors, as well as IDC cable-to-board connectors as well.
And what kind of demands are you seeing or needs are you seeing from the customers that we're talking to today?
The demand for board-to-board connectors also requires a level of SWaP-C, and we hit on that in the first podcast, but just in case we have any new listeners, SWaP-C means that you're saving on space and weight, all while increasing the overall performance in a more cost-effective way. So, there's a demand for miniature form factors with higher density connections. We're also seeing additional need for mixing of data and power on the boards and within connectors. There's an increased need for higher speed communications with multiple board-to-board connectors between two PCBs, and the BBI range addresses all of these needs with the different brands within the BBI sector.
So Jessica, looking at the range of BBI, and I know we're going to delve into a little bit more detail as we get into this podcast, but why don't you give us an overview of the kind of design challenges that BBI is really solving for our customers?
Right, yeah. So BBI is designed to offer supreme performance while addressing requirements of ever smaller form factors. These highly durable connectors support data rates of 24 gigabits per second and are ideally suited for industrial and embedded applications. They offer an ease of integration and address acute space constraints and cover products with pitches from 0.5 millimeter all the way up to 2.54 millimeter. There's even a floating connector option that's compatible with high-speed automated manufacturing.
And I know Harwin loves their little brand names for some of their ranges, so why don't you give us a quick shout out for the ranges that are included inside of BBI?
We do, and there's 4 different connector families within the BBI portfolio. We have Archer, Control, Indes, and Flecto.
And obviously the next question that I've got to ask is, could you just delve in a little bit more and tell us all about them?
Sure. So Control, that's the family which features flexible, rugged, and space-saving board-to-board and board-to-cable connectors that are designed to withstand with rigorous demands of industrial applications, ranging from factory automation systems to handheld equipment. There's also Indes, and this features SMT, through-board, and cable connectors, as well as jumper sockets. Indes addresses requirements for industry standard 2.54 millimeter and 2 millimeter pitch connectors, which have really become the cornerstone of modern electronic design. Archer, these are the mezzanine connectors that deliver industrial-grade connections for high-speed communications from minimum PCB real estate, available with pitches of 0.8 millimeter and 0.5 millimeter, and they support respective data rates of 24 gigabits per second and 16 gigabits per second.
And then obviously the last but not the least, the new favorite, the new superstar in town is Flecto. So tell us about that.
Yeah, very exciting launch for us. So the Flecto family of floating board-to-board connectors address the data and power transfer demands of high-performance applications while providing positional tolerances needed to support high-speed automated assembly of PCBs with multiple connector pairs.
Going back to control, why don't you tell us a little bit more about that family? Because I know there are some pretty interesting features in there, and there's a lot of history for that product range.
Right. So it features a 1.27 millimeter pitch, control PCB and IDC cable connectors, support data rates of 3 gigabits per second, and deliver reliable, space-saving connections for edge-to-edge, mother-to-daughter board, and cable-to-board designs. Board-to-board mating performs from fully mated to 1.5 millimeter separation, giving a full range of mating heights from 8 millimeter to 20 millimeter. Also has polarization features and protection and the ability to tolerate a significant amount of misalignment. Supports automated manufacturing with fault-free assembly.
That's a whole lot of features in what is a very handy sized product, 1.27 millimeter pitched. Probably one of the most successful product launches TTI and Harwin have done over the last probably 5 or 10 years. And if you don't know enough about control, then get on the TTI website and check it out.
Right. Thanks, John.
Okay. And so coming from that, we're now back to really the new connector in town, the latest release from Harwin, Flecto. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Right. So this range has been specifically developed to address the challenges that high volume production using automated pick and place machinery presents when it comes to the successful, reliable, and repeatable mating of board-to-board connectors during the manufacturing process. So this challenge really increases in complexity with the number of fine pitch connectors per board that need to be successfully mated on an automated production line. Flecto connectors address that challenge by allowing X, Y, and Z movement of one set of contacts through a spring mechanism that can accommodate misalignment and hence reduce reliance on absolute positional accuracy when mating boards that containing multiple connectors.
So really what it is, you've got a bunch of boards with a bunch of connectors on them, and you've got all that stacking of tolerances across that X, Y, and I've got to say it, but Z axis. And then Flecto is really designed to solve those problems and make that whole process much simpler and make those issues go away.
Exactly. It eases the stress that can be placed on these multiple connectors meetings.
So for our listeners, if you're looking for a solution for that kind of a problem that you've got in your manufacturing process, then take a look at Flecto and Harwin. So Flecto is obviously the newest product, but looking at the whole range, if I'm a customer now and I'm interested in any of those BBI products, how can I get more information and what sort of support does Harwin offer me?
Good question. Support starts online by making it as easy as possible for engineers to choose the right connector. That's why our website offers dynamic product content, comprehensive product data, and CAD models. Distributors such as TTI also play a vital role in providing the local sales and technical support needed to ensure successful product design.
I think it's also important to remember that you've actually got a team of people across North America now to support customers, distributors, and reps in the field.
Right. We have a lot of technical resources that really support the end customer ultimately. They work closely with TTI and the manufacturer's representatives, and that combination and that relationship is really what allows us to provide the highest level of service to our customers.
So we're loving the range of BBI as it stands today, but what does the roadmap look like for going forward for developing this product further?
Yeah, we're going to continue to develop the durable, high-performance products that customers come to expect from Harwin. The BBI product vertical solves design challenges for a wide variety of industrial and embedded applications. So, the role of the BBI connector will continue to evolve in order to support the growing trends in these markets, with particular focus on miniaturization, higher data rates, and enhanced durability.
So that's getting out there a little bit, but if we were sort of trying to wind that timeline in a bit, what sort of specific expansions or developments are we going to see in the near future?
We can expect further expansion of the Flecto high-speed floating connector system. It's been a very successful launch for us so far. A lot of customer interest and engineers saying, this product's going to help to solve some design problems. In addition, our Archer family is going to increase the high-speed data transfer to more than 24 gigabits per second. And we're going to continue to expand the durable control family with new contact technologies and increased board retentions. But, as always, we're going to increase power capabilities on a micro miniature footprint.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to that. And thanks very much for that sort of overview, Jessica, of BBI. It's great to have you on the program again, and look forward to podcasts with you in the future.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
That's it for this episode of the TTI Distribution Download. For more information on any of the topics you heard about today, reach out to your nearby TTI branch at 1-800-CALL-TTI or visit us online at tti.com.